How you doing, folks? My name is Trenius Henderson. You're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. So I got a shocking, powerful law of attraction technique that you can use to rewire your brain for money. Okay, so it's about to get really interesting. So I need you to pay close attention and stay tuned through the whole video so that you can understand this simple, basic technique on how to rewire your brain so that you can attract more money. Okay, so let's get right down into it, folks. First and foremost, the reason why you probably are not able to attract money like you wanted to, it ain't got nothing to do with where you from. It ain't got nothing to do with what race you are. It ain't got nothing to do with, your job or nothing like that. It really has to do with how you think about money, folks. If you're having a hard time attracting wealth into your life or prosperity into your life, it's how you think about prosperity. It's all in your mind. Your whole reality that you're experiencing right now, you're experiencing your reality based on how you think and how you see yourself in your mind. Now, we all know the different parts of the brain, occipital lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe and all this, but I'm not about to go deep inside your brain today. I'm not about to dig it out. But seriously, on the inside of your mind, folks, you do have a section that thinks about money, So what I have to do right now is rewire those thoughts, And so what you're going to do when I'm not on this video is rewire your very own thoughts and connecting with new neuron transmitters so that you can have new thoughts and you can have new ideas about money and open up a whole different world of possibilities and how you attract money. So how do you do this, Trenius? Simple. Talk to yourself, folks. That's the law of attraction technique. Talk to yourself. You have to get in the habit of talking to yourself every single day. Okay, you know why? Because every single day, folks, your brain is always telling you stuff that you think. You ever have that internal dialogue that goes on, and sometimes it's not always the most positive dialogue, especially when it comes down to money. When you have negative internal dialogue that wants to present itself, to you, that is going on in your mind, folks. And if it's negative, it doesn't feel right, it makes you feel like you're lacking money. You got to get in the habit of talking over those thoughts. This is how you rewrite your whole mental blueprint, folks. I didn't realize this law of attraction technique until I started talking to myself and I started seeing it working. Sometimes I would have thoughts that come up in my mind and say, Trenius, you don't have enough money. You can't afford that. I remember when I went to the Bentley lot, it was like, my mom was like, Trenius, what are you doing over here? This only where rich people come and look for cars. But you know what I had to do, as I was walking through that lot, nervous just because, I was around, $200,000 cars. I had to talk to myself. I had to talk to myself, say, I am rich. No, I am wonderful. I am supposed to be here walking around these $300,000 cars because I am going to get one of these cars. I am abundant. I am the type of person that can afford something like this. You got to speak over the negative thoughts that bubble up and spew up into your mind, folks, that make you think otherwise. This is how you rewrite your whole mental blueprint, folks. This is how you rewire your brain. The thoughts that are negative about money in your mind, they will continuously present themselves to you as long as you let them live. So we got to get in the habit of slicing and dicing, baby. Slicing and dicing. We got to get in the habit of slicing and dicing negative thoughts about money. And this is the only way we're going to rewrite our mind and how we think about money. And subconsciously, we will begin to think about money in a more positive, fashionable light. Oh, I like that word, fashionable light. Wow. Seriously, because the brain is like electric, folks, and it's always sparking new ideas and new thoughts. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to get it to spark up new ideas and new thoughts. See, when your mind starts to get bombarded with positive affirmations about how you feel about yourself and how much money you know that you can attract and how much you value yourself and how much you're worth, because you keep speaking this every single day. When you start to feel low, when you start to go into that state of despair and depression, when you start to get out of the mindset that the world is abundant and you're a part of this abundance, when you get out of those mindsets and that low negative energy, that dense negative energy tries to take over you, you have to speak back to it. Speak to it, speak to it, speak to it, speak to it. Now, you may not notice results overnight, But I guarantee you, if you continuously do this every single day, you will begin to see magic. You'll begin to see money start to just flow into your life when you least expect it. I know because I've seen it happen for my own self several times, several times. And I've even gotten other people to do the same thing, and they've came back and told me the results as well. So it does work, folks. This is how you literally rewire your mind and how you think about money. Because seriously, looking down at it at the end of the day, the only reason why we think such thoughts about money is usually due to the fact of, people raising us to think and lack, to think, have a poverty-stricken mindset, to make us feel like, because they didn't have what they wanted in life. So the only thing they could teach us was at the level that they knew that they could have what they could achieve in life. You know what I'm saying? So half of the time, folks, our thoughts that are bubbling up in our mind are like curses, are like generational curses that have been there in our mind for such a long time. But that's okay, because we're going to slice and dice those negative thoughts about money, and we're going to have thoughts about abundance, thoughts about riches, thoughts about wealth, because they say we only use 10% of our mind, right? And we have to activate the other 90%, right? That's what I'm talking about right now. What we have to do is get in the habit of activating the other brain parts of our mind, folks, the other parts of our brain and our mind. We have to get in the habit of reconnecting neurons in our mind with other neurons to send dendrites to other neurons so they can go and activate the other neurons. And next thing you know, you've activated a whole different part of your mind that thinks about money in a much more positive way. And the next thing you know, you'll start having money ideas. You'll start scheming up and coming up with ways to make money that you didn't even know exist, but were there the whole time. It's just that you couldn't see them because you had negative mental money blinders up. You have the blinds closed of your mind. So we got to open up the blinds and look outside, at the other parts of our mind and see, hey, man, we got to go over there and connect with those thoughts, because those thoughts over there have been laying dormant for such a long time. And I'm going to activate that part of my mind, and we're going to make some money, because that's what the mind does. Like I said, folks, when you get in the habit of talking and speaking over these negative mental thoughts of, these traditional watered down thoughts about money, when you keep speaking over them, folks, they're going to die out. They're going to die out, and you're going to begin to activate a whole new part of your mind, folks, a whole new part of your mind. The next thing you know, since you keep talking about, I am money, I will get money, money come to me, I got to have money, I am abundant, I am rich, I am wealthy. Speak up once again, speak up below in the comment section and say, I am money. Because continuously we have to speak it over and over and over and over and over, because we have to rewire our brain. So leave a comment below once again, folks, and say, I am money, folks. And the more you get in the habit of doing this, you'll notice sometimes when you're just relaxing, just chilling, you might be thinking about, earning some money that day, or you might be expecting some money. Your mind will go to work. Your subconscious mind will go to work, and it'll bubble up all those good affirmations you've been saying to yourself in your conscious mind. It'll say, hey, did you know that you can do this and you can earn that? Did you know if you go down the block and take a right and go to that building over there that you seen yesterday, they are doing this, and that's an opportunity for you to make more money. Hey, you remember that person that you took down their number the other day? Well, they have this such and such business, and you probably can reconnect them with this person over here, and you can probably collect the money for it, kind of like a trader does. Hey, you see, the mind will just go to work, and it'll just show you it because you've highlighted so much different parts of your brain. We've rewired our brain now. We've rewired our brain now, and now your brain will begin to give you ideas on how to make more money, and it will help you feel more positive about money every single day. And that's the key. Once you can get in the habit of feeling good about attracting money, and staying in the high life, staying in the rich parts of your mental thought patterns, folks, the rich neighborhoods. Don't go back down to the hoods and the ghettos no more, where the thieves and the robbers stay, where they rob you of your joy, they rob you of your zest and your zeal and gratitude for life. So now we got to stay up here, folks, in our higher mind, in the abundance mindset. And now we are able to attract money, folks, and that's simply because we've rewired our brain. So continue to stay high, folks, stay abundant. Even though the illusion out here, sometimes it may be hard to ignore your reality and your situation, folks. But if you can continuously think positive about your situation, even though your situation might not be in correlation to what you want to do or where you want to go or how much money you want to have. Manipulate your mind. Continuously manipulate your mind with positive affirmations and speaking things into existence that don't even exist. And I guarantee you keep doing this every single day, you will begin to rewire your brain to attract money, and you will notice money will begin to just flow into your life like a wellspring that never cuts off. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for tuning in, folks. I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, give this video a thumbs up right now to confirm I am rich. Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave that affirmation below to continue to rewire your brain. I am rich. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. I'm Trenius Henderson of the infamous Living Room Network. Please make sure you subscribe over here by clicking my little wink face icon. Yeah, that's me right there. Click that icon, folks. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Let's attract money vortex fast. Peace.